We got scans of Best Car Web's newest edition for December, and they're talking about the Prelude from Honda. We know Honda's bringing back the Prelude for the first time since the early 2000s. Had 5 generations, and then when I was in Japan last year for the Japan Mobility Show, the big surprise was this Prelude concept coming back for a 6th generation after 2 decades of its absence in the global market. And it's exciting to see what Best Car from Japan is going to have to say about this Prelude. So if you guys are excited to learn more about this Prelude today, smash that like button, subscribe for more Honda stuff. Guys, in the next couple days, I have some Honda Acura embargoes that are ending. So stay tuned for that. I can't say anything more than that. So just stay tuned for it. And let's get into the Prelude. One of the first things they mention is when is it coming? Well, there's like, it's not coming next year, 2025, probably going to be 2026. Now, 2026 is interesting to me because that's when, let me pull it up, Honda 0 Series EVs come out with new technology. I went to Japan last month to preview for you guys the new technology coming into the 0 Series EVs. But what they also have coming in 2026, besides the Saloon, the midsize SUV, and the entry-level SUV from Honda and Acura, we have this. Okay, we have this exciting new hybrid information and a new generation of hybrid technology coming for Honda's models. All right. Further improved fuel economy and a high quality and exhilarating driving experience. Renewed HEV system. Honda's original 2-motor hybrid system will be lighter and more efficient. Renewed platforms will be more efficient and shared by more models, which it makes sense that, let's say, the renewed Civic platform, let's say we get a refreshed Civic, then it's going to be sharing that platform, new technology with some of the new welding technologies I previewed for you guys when I was in Japan. That should be coming to this Prelude as well, in theory. All right. Now, all-wheel drive. Could we be getting all-wheel drive in the Prelude? The answer is it's possible, but I don't want to get my hopes up for it. And it would increase the weight of the vehicle. So I personally don't think Honda would put a small e-axle in the back, but if you look how big or how much of an improvement in driving force we're going to see here to the rear wheels versus the current hybrid. So here's the thing with Honda's current hybrids, they can send, I think, about 50% of their available torque to the rear. With just this basic diagram here, it looks like they'll be able to send up to 100% of the available torque to the rear wheels. Again, time will tell. We don't have official numbers, but we will have all-wheel drive on Honda's hybrids coming in 2026. So getting back to the scans here, you know, they talk about how the Prelude was initially a date car for guys to take girls out in or vice versa. They're saying now it is still going to be this coupe, but it's also going to be, you know, kind of the date car for families too. They're saying that it's going to be a 2+2, so there'll be seats in the back. Now they even say themselves that it's kind of like an emergency backseat situation. So it's not going to, going to be, if you need a real rear seat, you don't get a coupe, right? You go get the Civic, the 4-door or the 5-door hatchback, right? All right. The render right here looks pretty good. Obviously, we know pretty much what this car is going to look like. There will be some changes, I'm sure, to the concept that was revealed at the end about a year ago at this point. It was also showed at the LA Auto Show. If you want to look at the dimensions, it's quite interesting. The wheelbase says a little bit over 2,700 millimeters. So we look at the current wheelbase of the Civic, for example, it's 2,700. So it's slightly longer of a wheelbase seemingly than the current Civic. But again, this is just the dimensions we have on the concept. So these could change absolutely. Now, even though the wheelbase has been stretched slightly, the length of the Civic in comparison is about 100 extra millimeters. And at about 1,300 millimeters in height, it's about 100 millimeters shorter than the Civic. We haven't seen anyone try to cook up an interior render of the new Prelude, but Honda's been using the success of the interior of the Civic and applying it to pretty much all their vehicles with the triple rotary knob, climate control, the little screen in the middle. We got the honeycomb design here that they've made it a little bit bigger here. Red surround on the dash. We got red under dash design too here. Now, I hope they don't do this. The push button stuff, I think they had another picture of it here. Yeah. I mean, this is what's in the Odyssey minivan that I'm driving right now. I hope they don't have a push button gear select here for the Prelude. I mean, it's bad enough that we probably won't see a manual in it, right? Because it's supposed to be hybrid only, which is very sad. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of sadness with the lack of a manual here and hybrid only. I mean, the hybrid's fine. The hybrid's great. But to only have a hybrid here on the Prelude is a bit of a gut punch for enthusiasts because, I mean, could you imagine a Prelude Type R that, you know, the same 6-speed manual paired with the 2-liter turbo from the Type R and the Type S? It would just be incredible to have it in a coupe. I just don't want to get my hopes up for it because it looks like all the publications are saying, even Honda's publication has said, hey, it's a hybrid. So anyways, I can get my hopes up. But, you know, Best Car is saying that it's going to be the current 2-liter hybrid that's currently in the Civic. It's the series parallel hybrid where the engine really doesn't do anything unless you're at top speeds to propel the wheels. The engine is mainly there as a generator. So it acts mainly as a series hybrid, and then at higher speeds, it can clutch in to the front wheels and drive them in addition to the electric motor. So anyways, it is what it is. It's a good hybrid system. It's fun to drive. It's sporty. It's quicker than the SI. It's super efficient, but it's just not as engaging. All right. And we know Honda has been able to pull off manual transmissions in the Prelude in the past. No, I shouldn't say the Prelude, but if you look at the Insight, first generation had a manual. If you look at the CRZ, had a manual transmission. Honda, it's just so unlikely that a manual comes in with a hybrid here due to all the crazy regulations that we have nowadays. All right. It's just so hard to get a powertrain certified through the US government. And so that's why pretty much, I mean, if you look at the Camry, for example, the Camry just has one powertrain. I know I'm talking about a Toyota. If you look at Honda, they've been simplifying their powertrains throughout their lineups for years, seemingly. I mean, it's just happening throughout the industry because it's so expensive and difficult to get these cars certified with more than one powertrain. So Prelude will probably just have a 2-liter hybrid. Whether or not it'll be what we currently have or a revised hybrid powertrain that is going to be more efficient, more powerful coming in 2026, time will tell. If it comes out in 2026 and has the old hybrid system in it, while let's say the CRV and the Accord and I don't know, the Pilot, the large platform vehicles will finally get a hybrid, hopefully, hope to God. If every other car has the new 2-liter hybrid system or whatever displacement it's going to be, and then the Prelude doesn't, that's just a complete failure. And it just doesn't make any sense. So Best Car, I think they're wrong here in saying that it's going to be 200 horsepower. I think it's going to be potentially more than this 200 horsepower, but maybe it's the same output but more efficient than the current system. That's a possibility as well. Yes, we have different colors here, and Urban Gray Pearl is going to be in there as well, I'm sure. That's on so many Honda and Acuras at this point, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on the Prelude, what Japan is saying about it. They're not, I mean, they have a gorgeous presentation. I'll go to the Japanese scans. Just a very gorgeous presentation of the car through the magazine here. I mean, it's beautiful. They did a good job with the artsy presentation here, but there's actually not a lot of information. So I was hoping for more substantiality from this article. It's just not there. So anyways, I wanted to give you that update. I'll see you guys in the comments on what you want from the Prelude and its return after nearly or over 2 decades. Would you like to see all-wheel drive put in here? It doesn't matter too much to me, to be honest. Would you like to see the new next generation hybrid, or do you not want the hybrid at all? Do you just want a manual transmission, 1.5-liter and a 2-liter? I'm kind of on that side of the coin. I'd rather have more engagement, manual transmission. Yeah. So anyways, I got to shut down. Man, it looks good. It looks really good in black here and in this dark blue. Seabed blue is what they're calling it from Japan. But I got to shut down. I'll see you guys in the comments. And long live the Prelude. Peace out.